Hello, I'm Alexander Cross, attorney. If you've been accused of having committed a crime, be sure to give us a call at 1-800-862-7677 here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Once again, 1-800-862-7677. But if you'd like to learn about criminal law here in the San Francisco Bay Area, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Alexander Cross. Here we received a question. Let's see here. I was arrested for driving drunk, but my friend was driving the car. He crashed with another car and left the scene. Later, the police came. They didn't believe me, and they arrested me. Well, this actually happens relatively common. Now, if your friend legitimately crashed your car, and let's say you were in the passenger seat, you have the seatbelt on here, he would have the seatbelt on here. Well, if you crashed into another car, there could be a good chance that you may have a mark right here. You might have a bruise or some welt here from the seatbelt. Now, if you have the mark right here, well, then that's going to show that you were in the passenger seat. Obviously, if you have the mark here, that's a no-no because it would show that you were in the driver's seat. Now, also, the police are going to look at that. They're also going to look at the measurements of the seat, obviously, because if the seat is positioned in a way that it would have to be, your size, well, then there's a good probability that you were driving the car. Now, let's say hypothetically it wasn't set for your size, but it was set for your friend's size, well, then that's also something to your benefit. Now, what would be really crummy is if the police came and you were still in the car, driving it or moving it just a little bit. Well, the problem is that you could still be charged with a DUI if you have a .08 or more in your system, because if you're moving the car, you have you have it on, you're moving it a little bit, and the police show up. Well, I mean, even if your friend had been driving drunk, well, you'd get the DUI too. So, but that's assuming that you're sitting in the driver's side. If you're not in the driver's side, if you're just sitting, in the passenger side, and you clearly have the mark right here indicating that your seatbelt was this way, and the seat of the driver is clearly not set up for your size, then you would have a very good shot, or rather the DA would have a little bit of difficulty in convincing a potential jury that you are guilty of driving under the influence. Now, like I said, this happens quite often. People go out, they drink. Maybe friend number one gets a little bit more drunk than friend number two, but friend number one is the one that has the car, so he lets his buddy drive. In a situation like that, probably best if you just didn't do that, didn't put yourself in that position. But we understand these things happen. So, like I said, obviously I would still tell you, please remain silent. Don't talk to the police, because anything you say or do will be used against you in court. Let the evidence speak for itself. And if it looks like it's very clear that you did not commit the offense, well, it's very possible that we would be able to convince the DA to dismiss the charges. And if the DA is not willing to dismiss, well, then maybe the case would have to be taken to a jury trial, where 12 people would get the opportunity to be able to listen to the evidence, and then they can start the process of saying, hey, look, maybe he didn't do it, and then let's just dismiss the whole thing, since if the DA cannot squeeze you through reasonable doubt, well, then there you go. Anyway, if you'd like to learn more about criminal law here in the San Francisco Bay Area, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Alexander Cross. But if you have been accused of having committed a crime, be sure to give us a call at 1-800-862-7677. Once again, 1-800-862-7677.